Boo! Ah, 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 ah. Boo! Oh my gosh, I can't tell if it's loud or not. Is the background music loud or quiet? It feels loud to me. How's the background music? How's... Is it too loud? Too quiet? Really early streaming time? Mist wants to do karaoke after stream, so this is going to be a 1 hour stream of just story time. I don't think I can read that long, so... Reddit, yes, I'm using Reddit, r/no sleep, because I feel like that's like the best place to read people's horror stories and to really, really get into the spooky feel. But how's the background music, guys? You can read? No. I use Google Translate. I copy and paste, and it reads out loud for me. How's that? How's that sound? I have super chat alerts because I couldn't figure out how to exactly get the alerts correctly. So a $1 super chat is a punch sound effect, $2 is a knocking, $3 is a jump scare, 4 is a loud fart, and 5 is just really loud. So if you want in between whatever part of the reading you'd like, you can just fucking, I don't know, put in a random alert and just go through there. I guess. Something like that. Yeah. We're gonna read some spooky stories by people on No Sleep Reddit. Muhahaha. Muhahaha. Spooky shit, man. Spooky. But, a little good news. I am not moving currently. Prob Mama decided to not move, and so yeah, we're just gonna chill in the house for a little bit. No plans of moving just yet. We are looking into other houses with more rooms together, but yeah, so far nothing. And so now I have to unbox my figures and rearrange my room. So it's postponed. I guess so, but not really, because Prob Mama is just gonna stay where we are. But now I have to rearrange my room and fix it up because I thought I was gonna leave, but I'm not. So here we are. And since it's gonna be a while, I'm just gonna change my room up a bit so that it looks more cleaner and nicer, because I feel like the way my room is, it's made me more unmotivated and more depressed than I already am because of how messy everything is and how clustered everything is. And it's been a rough month. It's been a rough month of me just feeling like shit and stressed. So I think my room has something to do with it, and I just really need to deep clean it and just get it fixed, because if my room isn't clean, then my mental state is basically more insane than it already is. So I gotta get that done this weekend. There's another finale of Good Luck Charlie where the family decides not to move last second. Guys, it's Good Luck Charlie time. Where's the baby? Where's the fucking baby? Am I Good Luck Charlie? Am I recording for the baby? Hey baby, don't watch this stream. You should be 18 by the time you watch this stream. I hope you're subscribed, and I hope you like the stream. Don't forget to comment. Help boost the algorithm, you know. I sent 2 scary stories in Discord. Can you please read them? No. Kidding. Yeah, I will. I'll read them at the end of the stream, and then I'll end it there. This reminds me of just let Yara out of the Coraline door and make him clean it. No. My stuff. Don't touch my shit. Imagine your future kids watching these god-awful streams. Ooh, I'm never telling them who I am. And if they discover my streams, I'll be like, you're not allowed to watch them. And then they're gonna be like, Mommy, why does this girl kind of sound like you? Alright, let's begin. I feel like the music isn't, like, really spooky. Let me find a more spooky, like, background to, like, match the vibe. Okay, we have a playlist of horror background music. Royalty free. Oh, yeah. Yeah. And then let's add some reverb onto my mic. Yeah, let's get real spooky with it, guys. Let's begin. We'll just go down the line. Let's just go down the line. Don't ever look into the spinning cube. Alright. Take a look at this, Rob, Lee said as he set a strange little metallic object on the table in front of me. It was a small metal cube, like a dice, except its top came to a slight point. In the center, a tiny sphere sat, something like a miniature wind spinner. I gave Lee a questioning look. I had no idea what the hell he had just put down in front of me. Was this the big deal he dragged me over after work? And what exactly is this? I broke the silence when I realized even Lee didn't seem to know what to say. I'm not exactly sure, he admitted, scratching the back of his head, but I'll show you soon. We just need to get ready. Ready for what? I asked, still wearing my annoyed expression. Wait, is it not there? Wait, it's not there? Is it non-existent? Oh, yes. Unless it sounds weird. Do you guys want it off? I thought it'd be funny to add. Okay, I'll add it off to be more spooky. Why is this so intense? It's so intense for no reason. Jesus. Ready for what? I asked, still wearing my annoyed expression. Lee and I had been friends forever. I knew him. Too well. He dragged me into more stupid crap than I could count. Most of the times I got in trouble back in high school. Back in high school had been because of his ideas. And judging by that familiar look on his face, he was up to something bad again. So, this thing, Lee said, sitting down across the couch from me. It's something really special. Lee, I sighed tiredly. It's a metal cube with a spinning thing in the middle. Don't waste my time. Wait, Rob, he said quickly as I started to get up to stand. Just give me a minute, okay? Please? Lee, I sighed again. I've got a lot to do at home. I don't have time for this right now. 1 minute, he said, raising a finger. Just 1 minute and I'll show you something amazing. I let out a heavy breath and dropped back into Lee's armchair. Fine, I thought. 1 minute couldn't hurt. A wide grin spread across Lee's face. He practically glowed with excitement. Then, carefully, he set the silver spoon in the middle of the table so we could both see the tiny, shining sphere resting at its center. He reached out and gave it a light flick with his fingertip. The little sphere began to spin on its axis, turning like a little tiny weather vane, and I just stared, mesmerized. I just stared at the spinning little silver sphere. It kept turning and turning, unstoppable. The light from the lamps shimmered brilliantly across its surface. It's giving me the feeling that it was spinning faster and faster. Maybe it actually was. I watched it, holding my breath, afraid to even move. Why it felt so good? I couldn't have said, but it did. The whole thing had the same pull as the moment before something wonderful happens. Not fear, not anxiety. More like when kids wait for Christmas morning, or when you're about to see your parents after years apart. Then I felt it, deep inside. Like the most beautiful thing in the world had suddenly bloomed inside me. A wave of peace washed over me, but not the kind you get when you curl up with your favorite movie on a cold winter night. This was deeper. The kind of peace that makes the world around you freeze. Makes you wish this moment, this exact feeling, could last forever. The little sphere no longer spun. It flickered instead, moving so fast it had become a single blur of light. And in that glow, I saw what must have been the source of that warmth, of that impossible happiness. A breathtaking place unfolded before me. The sun was bright and gentle. The breeze carried the sweet scent of flowers. It was like a perfect dream, one you'd want to live in forever. Then a melody rose, tiny bells chiming softly, delicately, their sound just right, soothing to the ears, comforting to the soul. I felt myself lifting off the ground, soaring among the clouds, resting on the soft, endless sky. Jesus Christ, what the fuck? Lee shouted angrily. This snapped me back to reality. My eyes burned. I thought they might burst right out of my skull. It felt like I'd been staring at the TV screen for hours, far too close without blinking. But it wasn't my eyes that hurt the most. It was my soul. Felt like my childhood dog had just died and I knew I could never be happy again. Not unless I look at that spinning thing one more time. Rob! Lee yelled. Rob, snap out of it! It's 9 in the morning! What? What? I croaked, my mouth dry. Morning? What do you mean, morning? The morning sunlight really shining through Lee's windows. But how the hell could it be morning? When I'd come over late in the afternoon and I'd only been here for a few minutes. Rob, come on already! Lee urged. We were heading toward the elevator, but I was still wrestling with my coat as we walked. God damn it, I'm late. So fucking late! Lee kept grumbling, his voice sharp with panic. You're telling me? I snapped, stepping into the elevator. What the hell did you do to us, Lee? Why the fuck did you always have to drag me into this kind of bullshit? I don't know, Rob. I really don't know, Lee muttered, sounding guilty. When the elevator doors closed, he paused for a long time to mumble another quick apology before bolting toward his car. I had it for mine. At that point, it didn't matter if it was 1 hour late or 2. I was in a lousy mood anyway. The whole day was a complete mess. It felt empty, like something inside me was missing. Like I'd lost something important, something I couldn't name. I don't usually smoke much, but today I went outside at least 8 times just to take the edge off the emptiness. I didn't help. If anything, the exhaustion made it worse. I must have stared at that damn thing all night, and now only coffee was keeping me alive. Hello, Rapture Queen. That afternoon, Lee called me. He apologized again. He said he had no idea what had happened. He said he'd just been staring at that thing, and the next thing he knew, it was morning, and his boss was blowing up his phone wondering where the hell he was. I believed his story. I knew he wasn't telling me everything, but honestly, I didn't care. Nothing really mattered that day anyway. But when he asked if I wanted to come over again that evening, I said yes without a second thought. I was sipping a tall glass of cold beer. I brought it for Lee when I arrived. He was already buzzing with excitement. He'd set everything up. Water, snacks, soft pillows on the couch and in the armchair. Felt like he was preparing for something. Ugh. Lee? I asked for another sip. What the hell is that thing? Lee just smiled warmly at me and offered me a bag of chips. Took a handful. This, he said, lifting one finger dramatically. This, my dear Robert, is the gateway to happiness. I rolled my eyes again. Lee could be so damn theatrical. Made my skin crawl. But still, something tickled in the back of my mind. What if he was telling the truth? You don't believe me? He asked without a friendly scowl. Wasn't yesterday's little demonstration enough for you? I don't know. I lied to him and to myself. I don't even know what I saw. Lee gave me that knowing smile and jumped off the couch. He opened one of the cabinets and took out this little silver cube again. He placed it on the coffee table with the care of someone handling a sacred relic. Couldn't take my eyes off the thing. Kept stealing glances at it like it was some kind of miracle, finishing the last of my beer without even realizing. What the hell is it, Lee? I asked, swallowing hard. Where did you even get it? Lee chuckled and flopped back down to the couch. I have no idea, Rob, he said with a shrug. Picked it up at the flea market downtown. And what are you even seeing in there? I pressed. I don't know, he repeated. It's something beautiful. Feels like pure happiness. Like looking straight through the gates of heaven. I listened to him, deep in thought. Lee could be convincing when he wanted to be, but something about the way he talked, about the way that thing felt, made me uneasy. The little spinner really was the most incredible thing I'd ever seen, but now it scared me a little too. Lee, I interrupted his rambling, how long have you been watching that thing? Lee's face darkened. A few weeks, he stammered. First I wanted to keep it to myself, and then I started to feel like others needed to see it too. Maybe we shouldn't be doing this anymore, I said, unsettled by his words. Rob, please, Lee said nervously. Just once more. Watch it with me and you'll understand. Just once. I hesitated. I wanted to see it again, to hear the chiming, see the light, feel the perfect blissful warmth again, but I was afraid. In the end, it didn't matter. Before I could even answer, Lee had already moved. He flickered the little sphere with his fingertip and it began to spin once more. The little silver sphere spun again. The light shimmered across its surface, blurred and dazzling, and a wave of pure bliss washed over me. It was heavenly, ecstatic, just like before. It felt as if gentle hands were stroking my soul, as if every perfect moment of my life were happening all at once. Tiny lights glittered like the first rays of dawn, beauty made tangible, paradise brought to the earth. I couldn't take my eyes off of it. The lights grew brighter, softer, more perfect, and the bells came again. Their golden chime was so sweet, you could listen to them for the rest of your life. They rang softly, peacefully, as if they're playing right there around me. I could see it now. A radiant place filled with light, a massive golden gateway shining so brilliantly you'd want to curl up at its base and live there forever. I just stared, lost, unable to look away. My soul drifted high above the clouds. The golden gates loomed before my eyes. Okay, I don't like this song. I feel like the song is more intense than it is scary. I need a scary. Why are we so intense here? Why is it so, like, intense? I feel like this one works. I'll just loop this one. Maybe? Yeah. Why are they so, like... Yeah. Okay, this one works. I'll loop this one. Okay. Let's keep it like that. Back to this. Top 5 scary moments videos. Nuke's top 5. Anyways. Then something changed. Dark clouds began to gather, slowly covering the gate. Strange to see, despite to hold on to that beauty, that perfect joy, but it was fading. Black clouds surrounded me. The sweet scent of the breeze turned foul, reeking of decay. Still, I couldn't look away from the spinning device. I just kept staring. The chimes grew fainter and fainter until they were gone, replaced by the sound of crying, screaming. Then came a low, rumbling voice, growling words I couldn't understand. It came to when someone shook me gently. "Sir, what happened?" a stranger's voice said. "Are you okay?" My vision was blurry. I could only make out vague shapes in the room. I was choking. My body locked tight, every muscle twisted into a cramp. I couldn't move. People were shouting, but I could barely hear what they said. My ears rang, the world spun around me. "Paramedics are here!" someone yelled. "Everyone, move aside!" Paramedics? I thought, confused. Then everything went dark and my mind sank deep into the void. I woke up in a daze. It felt like a veil had been draped over my eyes. Everything was hazy, melting together into shapeless blurs. "Ah, finally awake," said an unfamiliar voice. Where am I?" I croaked. "You're in the hospital, Mr. Robert," said a woman's voice. "Can you tell me what you and your friend took?" "What? Took?" I muttered, my mouth as dry as sandpaper. "I'm your doctor, Robert," she continued calmly. "You were brought here 2 days ago. Both you and your friend. You're lucky the building manager had to check out your friend's apartment, or you both would have died there." "What? What happened?" I tried to speak clearly, but my mind was foggy, and my body had felt like it had been packed inside a heavy sack. They kept me in a hospital. I had no idea what to say, or even how to explain any of it. The doctor didn't seem to understand much either. We were severely dehydrated, showing all signs of having sat motionless for days. Lee was the same, only his condition was worse. They had to keep him in a medically induced coma. Days passed, my vision slowly returned, and my mind began to piece things together. I could move again, mostly on my own. Still needed a cane, but at least I could walk. But the craving stayed. It never went away. I wanted to see it again, just once, just one more glimpse of the light, and as it turned out, Lee felt the same way, because Lee had vanished from the hospital without a trace. I knew where Lee had gone, back to his apartment, back for the device. He wanted it for himself, just like he'd said. Rage boiled in my chest. Couldn't believe my best friend would try to cheat me. That bastard Lee wanted the spinner all to himself. I lasted one more day in the hospital. The doctor wasn't happy about me leaving, but I couldn't stay. The thought of Lee taking that thing somewhere, hiding it away where I'd never see it again, terrified me. I took a cab to see Lee's place. Slipped the driver 50 extra bucks just to make him go faster as he could. Walking was hard. I wobbled my way up to Lee's apartment. The door was unlocked. The handle turned easily and I stepped inside. The place was chaos. Furniture overturned. The room a complete wreck. The couch still held the faint imprint where we'd sat for days staring at the spinning silver marble. Only 2 pieces of furniture left standing. The armchair where Lee now sat. The coffee table where this little silver miracle rested. Lee, I said when I saw him sitting there. Jesus, Lee, I thought you'd run off with it. But Lee didn't answer. I moved closer. The silver device laid on the table. The little sphere wasn't spinning this time. The whole thing seemed to pulse, faintly. Lee's head had fallen back, his eyes fixed on the ceiling. I stepped right up to him and froze. Lee's gray, lifeless body had sunk into the chair. His skin was burned, scorched black in places. Where his eyes had been were now hollow, charred pits. Lee was dead. I didn't say a word, just stared at him motionless. Oddly enough, I felt calm. More annoyed than horrified. Annoyed that I thought Lee might have taken the device. But now he was dead. The little wonder was mine. That was a nice story. Very interesting. Very interesting. That was like a nice, like... I felt like the chills of walking into the room. Like, I could see it. And I low-key got scared. I was like, wait, oh my god, please don't jump scare me. And I forget that this is a story. I forget this is a fucking story. So nothing's gonna jump scare me. Nothing's gonna fucking jump into my life right now. I don't know why, but like, I thought something was gonna jump on my screen. Because I could see it in my head. And I was so immersed that I thought something was gonna grab me. That's how scared I was. I don't really like... Ooh, this one works. Let's do this one. The people upstairs won't stop singing happy birthday. It's been 5 hours. I don't usually work on Sundays, but I needed some extra cash, so I took an extra shift, or an early shift. I came home at around 2 p.m. I live in this apartment building. My apartment is on the first floor, along with another one that belongs to this dude who's rarely home. There's Miss Roke's place on the ground floor, then the second floor has 2 other flats. One owned by an elderly couple, and the other by this family I don't really see that often, directly above me. Sometimes I hear the kids in the morning moaning about having to get ready for school, then stomping down the stairs. Sometimes I hear hushed voices and dishes clattering. Around 10 p.m., everything usually goes quiet. I got to my door, and as I was searching for my keys in my bag, I could hear voices upstairs. They were hushed and a little tense, stressing the words. Stressing words and mixing them together. I couldn't really make out what they were saying, but they seemed to be talking about something really important. Now, keep in mind that I've never seen these people before. I assumed they were a family because I kept hearing the kids and sounds that I genuinely attribute to a family home. It's not like I've personally met them, I just assumed. Anyways, as I said, I finally got a hold of my keys and unlocked the door, yet I didn't immediately step inside after I opened it. I don't know why I let it swing open and remain there listening for 2 more seconds, but I'm somewhat glad I did. The moment the door was heard, the voices upstairs stopped, completely, as if they were listening to me now. Oh, listener. The music isn't really helping, guys. The music isn't really helping. You know, I was looping all this music, but I feel like it doesn't even matter if I... Why is there dark Christmas music? I guess I'll just let it go. Well, actually... I guess this works too. Yeah. I remained still. We all studied the silence for a while. I heard a singular step on the stairs above. That's when my back went cold and my muscles tensed up. For whatever reason, I got the sudden urge to just go inside and shut the door behind me, which I did. Afterwards, I started putting some groceries in the fridge and doing some errands around the house. Faintly at first, then stronger, I started hearing this birthday songs upstairs. I smiled and sighed. They were planning a birthday. Man, that's why they were so precautious, so nervous. It sounded like there were around 5 to 6 people singing, maybe. Happy birthday, dear Jonah. That was cute. When they finished, they started again. I did find it weird, but I assumed the kid had asked for it again. Kids love blowing out candles and whatever. It was an awfully long song. It kept looping until reaching its conclusion, just like the first time. It had a lot of unnecessary runs and fillers and extra lyrics. When they finished, a little pause followed, then they started again in the exact same weird way. Fucking weird family, I thought. But by the time I got annoyed, so I just put my headphones and laid down on the couch. I fell asleep around 3 or 5 p.m. Guys, the music isn't helping. I'm kind of getting scared. I feel like there's someone watching me right now. Oh god. I'm gonna freak out tonight, aren't I? I woke up from the nap disoriented. Man, after work, naps hit the hardest. I slept until around 8 p.m. and the sun was peeking at me from behind some of the buildings. And since that was more blue than red, a melancholy and confusion that reminded me of how liminal your house felt when you would go to sleep around after school and wake up with a sore throat and a huge pillow mark on your face. With your mood ruined, your mother suddenly calling you to go out for dinner. I swallowed, staring blankly at the window highlighted in gold and round. I rubbed my eyes and massaged my face. But there's people watching you right now. Dude, I forgot that you meant like streaming, and I literally started freaking out. I was like, what? Who's outside my house? What the fuck you mean? To turn off all your lights? Oh. But then my face cam tracking won't work correctly. No, I'm not gonna do it. Nope, I'm too much of a pussy. If I had face cam on, I would've, but I don't, so. I stood up to get a glass of water, walked barefoot to the kitchen, which was now sunken in that specific 8 p.m. darkness, and stood still and silent, not knowing what I wanted for my life. Then, I finally registered one important detail. The folks upstairs were still singing Happy Birthday. I listened for a while, unsure of what my reaction should be. I wonder if they had some recording playing on a loop. Oh god, that fucking scared me. But that wasn't really the case. As each version sounded different from the previous, they really were weird. Or maybe their kid was just eccentric? Maybe they were practicing for some performance? I started thinking, as I said, I hadn't personally met these people before, so I had no idea what they did. Maybe they were really practicing. I put my headphones on and went on trying to make some sort of dinner, even though I wasn't really hungry and my throat hurt. I ate, watched my show, then took a shower. Their singing had started to piss me off. It was now approaching 10 p.m. I felt the need to go upstairs and tell them to quiet it. I'm not confrontational. I really don't like telling people they upset me, and most don't have an appropriate reaction at all. I didn't want to talk to them, so I called my mom. I started telling her about my day, and she interrupted asking about the people upstairs. Yeah, they've been doing it for hours. I don't know, it's starting to really get on my nerves. Well, go up to them and knock. Aren't the others residents annoyed? The old people downstairs? I'm sure they wanted to sleep by now. Maybe I could just put on some music. That could cover them up. But do you want to listen to music? No, not really. Then why do it? Do it to please them. Go upstairs, Michaela. I sighed and reluctantly agreed. After hanging up, I put on a sweater and unlocked my front door. The moment I opened it, the air felt a little colder. I stared at the dark hallway, illuminated by a ray of light from my door and another faint light coming from upstairs. I went up the stairs. The second floor was more animated than the first. The door to the family's apartment was slightly open, and I could see the light of movement. No. Oh, I got chills. Sorry, guys. So I tried to be discreet while I quietly and almost imperceptibly pushed the door slightly more. The small hallway made a way to a dining room. The shadows were dancing on the walls as people clapped around the table and sang. On the table was a cake with pink and purple frosting, sprinkles and some writing I couldn't really decipher. The song carried on, and that was hoarser than I remembered. People were smiling, swaying from side to side. The person sitting in front of the cake. The lighting was dim and unpleasant, its only source being the candles. People were, oh god, this scared the shit out of me. God. The music is making me scared. I could listen to like do 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 do. The light was dim and pleasant, its only source being the candles. The people around were a little tense, but overall reminded me of my own birthday as a kid. Some boxes lay scattered on the floor. I tried to take a better look at them or at the kid. The kid looked like a young boy with a big birthday hat on. He, I think, could have been 10 or 12, and his face was round and stretched into a big smile. I stared for a while at the teeth. I didn't know what prompted me to make that observation, but he had adult teeth, which were rotten and yellow, sticking out of his mouth in abnormal directions. His eyes were wide and Sorry. I'm scared someone's behind me, but I know no one's behind me. I'm just getting that fucking feeling. As if he'd been crying for a while. I don't remember seeing him blink at all. In the minutes that I watched that felt like hours, he looked really shaken and tense. I'd never seen a child like that before, never in my life. All the courage I had before peeking through the door had been evaporated. Why am I scared? There's no jump scare. I'm the one reading this. I'm the one reading this. I'm the one reading this. Hello? I must have zoned out watching the scene when I was pulled away from my trance. The kid shifted his eyes from the candles, which had now been almost completely melted, and looked straight at me. Oh! Oh! I got goosebumps! I have goosebumps! I don't want to keep reading anymore! I'm a pussy! I'm scared and running and playing anything scary! Ah! Okay. Oh my god. I felt seen like I'd never seen before. My heart completely collapsed, leaving a painful knot in my chest as I made eye contact with the child. The smile slowly faded, turned into a grimace. Oh, sorry. Dude, I hate using my imagination for reading like this. I can see it and it's in my mind. I need it to be gone and it can't disappear. Guys, this is why we don't read. This is why we don't read, guys. This is why we don't read, guys. This is why we don't read. This is why I don't read. This is why I read smut. This is why I read smut. Get me out of here. I want to go. I don't want to be scared. I wanted to run, but I was somehow frozen in place. Suddenly, he blew out the candles. The room was engulfed in darkness. Oh, fuck no! Fuck no! You guys can't see this shit? Am I the only one seeing this shit right now? Get me out! Get me out! Guys, get me out! I don't want to be here anymore! It's in my mind and I can't escape! It's in my mind and I can't escape! This is why I'm insane. Get out! Get out! Guys, it's like I paused a video. It's like I paused the video and my brain is telling me to keep reading because I paused the video and it's telling me to keep watching. But I can't. I can't. I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm scared. My imagination, I can see the apple. I can see the apple, spin the apple, and put it in the scenery of this goddamn fucking horror place right now. That kid is staring at that fucking apple on the top of his candle right now in my head, and I can see it. It's dark and gloomy and gray right now. Okay. I heard something shuffle in the dark towards me. No! No, stop. The music did not help. The music did not help. I literally felt like something was chasing me. Why do I have an artist's imagination? Get the fuck out of my... This is... God damn it! Why do I have to be an artist? I hate this. I hate this. Why can't I see it? I can see it, but I can't draw it. Motherfucker, I can't fucking draw it. But I can see it. How's everyone doing? I wanna jump out the window. I don't wanna do this. I don't know how you read, you. I don't know how you read because my mind right now, I can't do this. I can't do this, guys. Okay. I looked through the peephole. The hallway was completely dark now, and I could make out the details of a face I'd looked at before in the dimly lit dining room. Only now, we were at the island. Fuck! No! Ah! Fuck! 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 No! Fuck! No! I'm out. I can't, guys. Guys, I can't do this, guys. I can't fucking do this. I can't fucking do this, y'all. I can't do this anymore. I can't do this. Oh, okay. Which was impossible since I'd been a kid. Had it? Or had it just been a person? The more I thought, the more I realized I had no idea what prompted me to assume I had been a kid. The round face, childish clothing, trying to decipher the memory meant analyzing every detail of that horrible face. Thing I didn't want to do. The banging turned into scratching. I yelled I was going to call the police. My voice died in my throat. The banging was so strong that it was undoubtedly going to break down my door. Suddenly, I heard a distinct sound upstairs. The banging and scratching instantly stopped. It was a door opening. The elderly couple's door. Oh, sorry, I drank chocolate milk. Shh! I'm reading! Shh! I'm reading! The banging... Oh, wait. It was a door opening. The elderly couple's door. Hey! What on earth are you doing? It's the middle of the night! I watched through the peephole as the kid, not a kid, walked away from my door upstairs. Quiet! Before I call the police! It's enough that I have to hear your kids' tantrums every day, lady! But... The voice abruptly stopped. I listened, barely breathing. No scream, no sound, nothing. Faint scratching, then shuffling, then a faint cry that sounded more like forced sobs. I suddenly dialed up the police and barely managed to whisper what was going on, afraid that I might be heard. As I was detailing the problem, I looked through the peephole once again to be greeted by the face, grimaced eyes, and bloodshot eyes! I hate this. You're welcome to join next year. That's why we left the door open, came the voice of an adult out of a face of a 12-year-old. I gasped and ducked as if it would save me. The police came in half an hour, which was an insanely long amount of time. They went upstairs and sealed off the entire second floor. They refused to give me details. I had to wait for headlines except for some vague answers from numerous phone calls I'd given since. Miss, there were never kids living upstairs. 2 of them were grown-ups, but 2 of them were pretending to be kids. Oh, the goosebumps I just got! Oh my god! And I'm wearing my fuzzy, pushing, fucking cozy thing! No way! They refused to tell me what happened to the elderly couple. They barely mumbled something that included kidnapping, massacre, disembowelment. Some of the victims, which had been many, were hostages, made to play along. The presents were just pieces of flesh, toys made of bone with bows on them. One of them has a teeth necklace. Oh my god, I got like 50 goosebumps. Oh my god, stop. I'm going through a really hard time now, trying to move all my stuff without having to go to that place too often. I can't sell it or rent it out. Maybe to some true crime fanatic. Moved in with my parents, but I asked them to add extra locks to their doors and windows and security cameras everywhere. They assumed I was paranoid and suffering from PTSD. I let them believe that. However, I'd watched the security footages at the night, showing the outside of my door. Oh my god! The music. Sorry, the music scared me. Sorry. Sorry. Extra locks to their doors and windows, security cameras everywhere. They assumed I was paranoid. Outside. The birthday boy I'd spoken to had gone back upstairs. He just crawled to the window and jumped out. I don't know where he is now. Hope it goes both ways. Okay, that one was good. That one, I'm upvoting this. That one was good. That one was good. That one was really good. I really liked that one. I really liked that one. So what's going on with VTuber stuff? Oh, that's okay. Oh, yeah. What is this? Oh, yes. Yeah. VTuber playing Ink. Oh, yes, okay. Oh, yeah. 3,000 VTuber. Okay. I got yeah. Oh, sorry guys. I almost viewed that. Oh, someone with Donathon. Hope you have a good Donathon. Cute art. Oh yeah, so. Oh yeah, I saw this art on Twitter. Yeah. Oh, that was beautiful. Oh, that's also beautiful. Why am I being arrested? You know it's illegal to be British in Britain, but I live here. Okay, anyways. What happened last time? What happened last time? My 4-year-old son has an imaginary friend called the tall boy. No, I can't. I can't. Oh, fuck no. My dying mother promised me her guardian angel would protect me. I've seen it now, and I don't think it's an angel. Fuck no, guys. I'm scared. My dad keeps faking me to make me stay at home with him. Yesterday, I found out why. Oh, I don't want to find out why. Guys, I feel like I'm playing a scary game right now, and I'm picking which 3 random games to fucking play. Guardian Angel one? Okay. My mother died 2 months ago. It wasn't a tragedy in the sudden, shocking sense. It was a long, slow, quiet fading. Cancer. We had years to prepare, but you never really prepared. The last week was spent in a sterile, beige-colored hospice room that smelled of bleach and quiet finality. I sat by her bed, holding her chin, papery hand, just watching her breathe. She was at peace with it. That was the strangest, most difficult part. While I was tangled, screaming knot of grief and anticipatory loss, she was serene. On her last day, when her breathing was shallow and her voice was dry, rustling, whispered, she pulled me close. Her eyes, which had been cloudy and distant, were suddenly crystal clear. "Don't be sad, my love," she whispered, a faint, tired smile on her lips. "I'm not afraid. I've never been afraid. He's always been with me." "Who, Mom?" I asked, my voice thick with tears. "My guardian," she said, her gaze shifting to a point just over her shoulder. "My protector. He was a gift from my own mother when she passed. He's kept me safe my whole life. He's never let any harm come to me." I didn't know what to say. My mother had always been a little spiritual in a vague, non-denominational way. I have the imagination, but I can't read, guys. Thank God. I just assumed it was a morphine talking, a final, comforting delusion. I squeezed her hand. "When I go," she continued, her eyes looking back into mine with this startling intensity, "he will pass to you. He has to. He needs someone to watch over. You will be safe now. Always." Oh, fuck no! Fuck no! Unless it's my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, I don't want him! Will the guardian angel watch you good? Oh, fuck. "Mom, don't talk like that," I choked out. "You won't believe me at first," she said, ignoring me, her voice gaining a final strength. "But you'll know. There'll be 10 marks, 10 signs after I'm gone. When you see him in the tent, you'll know he's with you. And then you'll see him." Oh, fuck no! Fuck no! I don't want to do this no more, guys. I can't do this. Hell no. My closet's kind of cracked open. I kind of want to close it, but I shouldn't be a pussy to close it. I'm scared. There's nothing jumping at me. I'm reading, but it's a... I can't do this, guys. I can't do this. I can see everything. I can see everything. Don't fucking say that, okay? Don't fucking say that, man. Listen, I may be logical in some sense, but don't fucking say that, dog. No. Where's Mist? I want to read these scary stories with her. Where the fuck is she? Where? I'm definitely tell her to come in here.
Charlie?
What the fuck? Smiley Friends started. Holy shit, Pim, you scared the fuck out of me. I was watching Smiley Friends while I was eating and it just played. Oh, holy shit. Don't be scared, your guardian angel. No, stop. Stop. Don't say that shit, man. Don't say that shit. Unless it's positivity herself. Do not say that shit. Do not say that shit. Do not say that shit, y'all. Do not say that shit. I told Miss to come here. Because I'm scared. I need someone by me. I'm lonely. I'm scared. I'm scared. Mist! 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 I'm scared! Mist! Hey, I'm the older sister here. Hey, I may be scared of this fictional shit, but in reality, I'm tough as shit. Come sit with me. Come sit. I've had 50 goosebumps reading some of these stuff. The last story I read was very scary. If it face tracks Mist, you know why. Okay. So basically, the mom is dying, and she's like telling her, "My guardian angel will come to you. You'll see him after like 10 marks." So
10 marks.
Like 10 like signs after I'm gone. When you've seen the 10th, you'll know he's with you. But and then you'll see him. She recited the marks to me then, her voice is low, rhythmic chant. A coin returned, a silent bell, a path cleared, a saved fall, a warning unheard, a fear answered, a scent of the old earth, a touch of the cold fur, a voice not your own, and finally a gaze returned. She finished, and a deep, peaceful sigh escaped her lips. She closed her eyes, and a few hours later she was gone. The funeral was a blur. The weeks that followed were suffocating fog of grief and paperwork. I was just going through emotions, a ghost in my own life. I'd completely forgotten her strange final words. They were just the ramblings of a dying woman, a final, beautiful, meaningless piece of poetry. Then the first mark appeared. I was at the grocery store, fumbling for my keys in the parking lot. A quarter slipped through my fingers, clattering onto the dark, wet asphalt. It was late, raining. I looked for a minute, but it was gone. Probably rolled under the car. I sighed and wrote it off and drove home. When I got to my apartment and emptied my pockets onto the dresser, there it was, sitting right in the center of the pile of my keys and wallet. A single, dry, gleaming quarter. I stared at it. It was impossible. My pockets had been empty, but my grieving mind immediately supplied a dozen rational explanations. I must have had another one. I must have picked it up without realizing it. I dismissed it, but a tiny cold seed of unease had been planted. A coin returned. A week later, the second mark. I was walking home from work, taking my usual route past an old, decommissioned church. As I passed its silence, stone bell tower, I heard it. A single clear, resonant bong of a great bell echoing through the quiet afternoon air. I looked up. The tower was still. The great bell was motionless. No birds flew out. No one else was on the street seemed to have noticed. I realize I'm the only one listening to the scary song right now. That's why I'm scared. So you're probably just like, this bitch is stupid.
Yeah,
She's like, it's not even that scary. Well, you're here now, so I feel good, you know. Oh yeah, I'm reading stories. See, I'm the big sister. She's sitting on my lap so that she has something comfortable.
No, she's sitting on my lap.
Bitch, I'd squish you if I was. My thigh makes up all of her, apparently. Because I got thick thighs. It's like a cushion. Is it comfortable? It's not? Oh. It's up your ass or suck your ass?
I'm clenching.
I know you are. To keep yourself. Anyways, I looked up. The tower was still. The great bell was motionless. No birds flew out. No one else was on the stream seemed to have noticed. An auditory hallucination, I told myself. Stress and grief do strange things to your mind. A silent bell. The third mark came a few days after. My work building is old, and the maintenance staff is constantly doing repairs. I was heading to the break room, but the hallway was blocked by a huge wheeled cart full of tools and equipment, left there by a worker who was nowhere in sight. I sighed, annoyed, and turned to go the long way around. I go to the end of the hall, turn the corner, then I realized I'd forgotten my wallet on my desk. I turned back. The hallway was empty. the massive cart was gone. The whole process had taken less than 30 seconds. There was no way anyone could have moved it that fast. It had just vanished. A path cleared. I wasn't just uneasy anymore, I was starting to get scared. These could not be just coincidences. They were too specific, too perfectly aligned with my mother's strange prophecy. I started to feel like I was a character in a story that someone else was writing. I started to feel like I was being watched. It was a constant, low-grade, prickling sensation on the back of my neck. I don't know. I'd be in my apartment and I'd feel a sudden, intense pressure, as if someone had just walked into the room. I'd spin around, my heart was pounding, but there was never anyone there. I started to see things too. Flickers of movement, and at the very edge of my vision, a shadow in a doorway that was a little too tall, a little too dark. When I turned to look at it, it would be gone. Mark number 4 happened a week later. I was clumsy with grief, not paying attention. I was walking down the stairs to my apartment's lobby. I missed the step, and I pitched forward. I remember the sickening, weightless lurch, the flash of the hard tile floor rushing to meet me. I braced for impact, for the crack of a bone, but it never came. I just stopped. A foot from the ground, suspended in mid-air for a split second, as if an invisible, powerful hand had caught me by my chest. Then I was set down, gently on my feet. I stood there, trembling in the empty, silent stairway. The saved fall. The 5th and 6th marks came in quickly succession, like a 1-2 punch from this invisible force that was now ordering my life. I was about to get an elevator at a shopping mall when I felt a sudden and inexplicable wave of pure dread, a silent internal scream telling me, "Do not get in!" I hesitated, and I let the doors close without me. A moment later, the lights of the floor indicated when dark, and a loud grinding screech echoed down the elevator shaft, followed by the distant sounds of alarm bells ringing, a warning unheard. That same evening, I was walking home through the park. A large, barking dog, off its leash, came bounding towards me, its teeth bared. I froze. I froze. A jolt of pure, primal, fear shooting through me. The dog was a foot away, ready to leap, when it suddenly stopped. It let out a high-pitched, terrified yelp, tucked its tail between its legs, and fled. Fed what? Fed me food? As if it had been... Reset. Huh? As if it had seen something standing right behind me. A feared answer. I was 6 marks in, and my life was no longer my own. I was being guided, protected, manipulated by unseen, unknowable force. The feeling of being watched was a certainty now. I began to see it more clearly, though never directly. In the reflection of my dark TV screen, I'd see a shape standing in the room behind me. It was tall, stooped like an old man, with arms that were too long, the hands almost touching the floor. In the reflection of a shop window as I walked by, I'd see it. What?
I'll look at my camera. I'll show you later.
Are you showing me?
No.
Oh, you're looking at...
No, hold on. I'll show you.
She's laughing at me. Shop as window as I walked by. I'd see it, a dark, hulking shape, following a few paces behind me, always keeping to the shadows. The 7th and 8th marks brought it closer. My fucking mic is keep falling. From a visual presence to a physical one, I started to notice a strange smell in my apartment. A smell that would come and go without a reason. It was a heavy, musky animal scent. Oh my god, she has a werewolf.
She's a werewolf?
She has a werewolf to protect her. Yeah, Kala, why didn't you tell me what you wanted for Christmas while you were in my lap?
Oh. No wonder why I felt familiar.
Santa, I want $6,000 and I also want Mr. Beast
I was gonna say something like that.
to give me $1 million. I was alone in the... Oh, wait. The smell of damp, rich earth and something else. Something like wet burr. The scent of the old earth. One night I was laying in bed, the lights on, my nerves a raw, jangled mess. I was drifting in that gray space before sleep when I felt something brush against my outstretched hand. It was a coarse, bristly feeling, like touching a thick, wiry animal pelt. I snatched my hand back with a choked cry, my heart exploding in my chest. I was alone in the room. There was nothing there. A touch of cold fur. I was 9 marks in. The terror was a constant companion now. I knew the 10th mark was coming, and I knew that it would come to the final terrible reveal. I didn't know what I was more afraid of, the waiting or the seeing. The 9th mark came last night. I had finally managed to fall into a fitful, exhausted sleep. I was woken up by a voice, a low, guttural, wet sound, whispered directly into my ear. It wasn't a language I knew, but it felt like a meaning of the sound in my bones. It was a word that meant mine, a voice, not your own. I spent the rest of the night huddled in a corner of my living room, clutching a baseball bat, watching the shadows, waiting for the dawn. Then I knew it would end, the final mark. I sat on the couch, the TV off, all the lights in my apartment blazing. The feeling of the presence in the room was overwhelming. It was a physical pressure, a thickness in the air. The musky animal scent was overpowering. I could feel it, just there, in the dark hallway that led to my bedroom, waiting. I don't know what came over me. Maybe it was a year of grief. Maybe it was weeks of mounting terror. But I was done being scared. I was done being the victim in this ghost story. I needed to see it. I needed to face it. Okay, I said with my voice shaking, defiant whisper to empty air. I know you're here. Show yourself. The air in the hallway seemed to shimmer, to darken. A shape began to resolve itself out in the gloom. At first, it was a familiar stooped silhouette of an old man. It was tall, maybe 7 feet. Even with its hunched posture, its arms were long, the gnarled 3-jointed fingers of its hand brushing against the floorboards. Its body was covered in thick, matted, greasy black fur. And then it lifted its head, and I saw its face. It wasn't a man's face. It was the long, narrow, bearded head of a goat. Its horns were thick and curved. Is your guardian angel the devil? What the fuck? Spiraling back from its narrow skull. But the worst part, the part that finally completed, broke my mind, was its eyes. They weren't the dumb, placid eyes of a farm animal. They were a pair of intelligent, ancient, and utterly malevolent yellow eyes, the pupils horizontal slits like serpents, and they were looking directly at me. A gaze returned. The 10th mark, the final sign, my mother's guardian angel. I didn't scream. The sound was trapped in my throat, a solid, immovable ball of pure terror. We just stared at each other for an eternity. Across the 20 feet of my brightly lit living room and its ancient yellow eyes, I saw it. The same serene, peaceful, knowing look my mother had on her face when she died. It is my protector, my guardian. It has been with me, a silent, unseen shadow for the past 2 months. It cleared the path for me. It saved me from the fall. It frightened away the dog, and now I have seen it. It no longer feels the need to hide. I'm writing this now from my desk. The sun has come up and has brought no comfort, because it's still here. It's standing in the corner of my room, by the door. It's stooped, harried from the black hole in the morning light. It hasn't moved. It just watches. My mother's final words echo in my mind. I've never been afraid. He's always been with me. What do I do? How do I escape a guardian angel? How do you run from a protector that will never ever let any harm come to you, but whose very presence is fate is worse than death? You know what? With Mr. Here, it wasn't that scary, guys. Wasn't that scary, guys? Anyways. My 4-year-old son has an imaginary friend called the Tall Boy. I need help. I don't know where else to turn, and I know how this is going to sound, but I'm terrified for my son. This morning, my 4-year-old looked at me over his untouched cereal and said, "Daddy, the Tall Boy says he can take me to see Mama." My wife died last year. A car accident. I still barely remembers her. Let me back up. Are you sure that's your sister?
Oh.
You're so slow. Oh. Oh shit. Oops, I pressed space and I completely skipped the whole story. Let me back up. It started about 6 months ago. My son, I'll call him C, started talking about a new friend. At first I thought it was sweet. He's an only child. I work from home, and honestly I thought maybe I wasn't doing enough to socialize him. Kids his age have imaginary friends, right? Do they? 4. Well, yeah.
That's when they start.
Yeah. Honestly, I was kind of relieved he had someone to play with, even if it was just pretend. He called him the tall boy. The name was a little odd, but he's only 4 years old, so I didn't give him much thought. I asked C what the tall boy looked like, and he just shrugged and said, "He's tall." Alright then. For the first month, it was harmless. C would have conversations with empty air, he would giggle at jokes I couldn't hear, and he would often be sitting on one side of the room playing with his toys, and he would always set out a toy for the tall boy. When I asked him what they would talk about, he'd say, "Just stuff, he's my friend." Then he started setting a place for a tall boy at dinner. An extra plate, an extra cup, and he would get upset if I didn't have an empty chair next to him. "That's where tall boy sits," he would say, looking at me like I was being rude or something. So naturally I went along with it. What else was I supposed to do? It wasn't hurting anything for me to set out an extra plate or cup for dinner. The first red flag came about 2 months in. We were reading before bed, and out of nowhere C says, "The tall boy says you had a dog named Dakota when you were little." I stared at him for a moment. I did have a dog named Dakota when I was a kid, but he died when I was a teenager, and there's no way he would know that. I never told him I had a dog. Well, I got goosebumps. My face got goosebumps. I don't have photos of Dakota, and my wife never met Dakota. There's no way he could have known. "Who told you that?" I asked, trying to keep my voice steady. "The tall boy," he said like it was obvious. I told myself maybe I'd mentioned it before and just forgot. Maybe he heard me on the phone with my sister or something. I was looking for a rational explanation. Then he said, "The tall boy says he got hit by a truck." The hairs on the back of my neck stood up. That's exactly how Dakota died. Oh fuck no, sorry. I was at school. My mom told me he got ran over because sorry, there's a lot of typos in this, so I'm trying to put together what my mom had told me. He had gotten run over because she thought I was too young to know the truth. I didn't find out until later, until I was 16. "See, where did you hear that?" "The tall boy told me," he said, and went back to holding, looking at the book. He had just told me the sky is blue. I started to pay more attention after that. She talked to the tall boy constantly, in his room, in the living room, even in the bathroom. Wherever C was in the house, the tall boy was apparently there too. But never when we left the house, never at the park or at the grocery store, only at home. I'd see him waving to an empty corner of the room, an empty chair, every time we left. Then I started hearing things. Whispers when C was supposed to be asleep. At first I thought he was talking asleep, but when I pressed my ear against the door, I swear I heard 2 voices. C has high-pitched chatter, then something lower, raspier. I would tell myself it was just a house settling or weird sound carrying from outside. Then the breathing started. I'd be working in my office and I'd hear it. Slow, deliberate breaths, like someone breathing right behind me. I'd spin around, nothing. It would happen in the kitchen when I was making dinner. I'd feel someone was right behind me and I'd feel the breath on the back of my neck, but nothing would be there when I turned around. It would happen in the hallway when I was folding laundry. Always when I was alone. Ooh, I feel like someone's behind me now. Ooh. Doors started opening on their own. I'd close C's door at night, and an hour later it would be open. Trying to convince myself it was nothing. I would lean on the old house, drafts, bad hinges on the door, that sort of thing. But then C's room started getting cold. Not just cool, freezing. Even with the heat on, even in the middle of the day. I bought a small space heater. It didn't help. I put out extra blankets on his bed. He was sleeping in a hoodie. When I asked him if he was okay, he would just nod and say, "The tall boy doesn't like it when it's warm." That's when his behavior started to change. He got quiet, stopped playing with his toys. He'd just sit on his bed and stare at the corner and have full conversations with nothing. When I tried to join him, he'd get quiet and look at me like I had interrupted something important. He stopped eating or barely ate. He would just push his food around and he'd say he wasn't hungry, but I'd catch him whispering to the empty chair next to him. Once, I swear I heard him say, "No, I can't. Daddy will get mad." I tried talking to him, asked if the tall boy was being nice to him. So he looked at me with big, terrible eyes and said, "I can't make him go away." "What do you mean, buddy?" I asked him. "He won't go away," he whispered. "I asked him to, but he said no." Oh my god, I got chills. Imagine your 4-year-old coming up to you and being like, "I can't make my imaginary friend go away." Oh fuck, dude. Oh fuck. I feel like this is my actual kid right now talking to me. I told him imaginary friends aren't real. That he could just stop playing with him if he didn't want to anymore. So he shook his head. "He's not imaginary. He's real." I didn't know what to do. I thought about therapy, but what was I supposed to say? My kid has an imaginary friend that scares him? They would just tell me that this is a phase. Then three days ago, see something that made me feel like I got punched in the gut. We We were sitting on the couch watching cartoons when he looked up at me and said, "The tall boy said that Mama was listening to the Yellow song when she died." My heart stopped. My wife's listening to Coldplay's Yellow when the drunk driver crossed the median. I know this because the song was playing when the paramedics arrived. I never told anyone the detail. It's too painful. I can't even hear this song anymore without thinking of her. There's no way C would have known that. C, how do you know that? The tall boy told me, he said. He said he was there. Oh, dude, the amount of goosebumps is not going away. Oh, I got chills. I got the chills that kill, as Jay was saying. I would show you guys. Look at my goosebumps. I'm about to take off my shirt. Look at my goosebumps. I wanted to scream. I wanted to grab him and shake him and demand to know how he knew that. But he's 4, and he looks so small and scared that I just held him and told him it was okay. But it's not okay. Last night I heard footsteps in the hallway. Heavy, slow. I grabbed my gun from the side of my bed and went out to check. C's door was open. I hid the gun behind my back and looked. C was sitting up in his bed staring at the doorway. C? He's here, C whispered. Who's here? The tall boy. I slowly turned on the lights, shaking, and then nothing. But C kept saying the empty doorway. Kept staring at the empty doorway, eyes open. C, no one is here. Yes, there is, he said and started to cry. He's always here. I brought him to my bed. He clung to me and cried himself to sleep. And this morning he said, the thing that made me come here, come to Reddit hoping someone can help me. The tall boy says he can take me to see Mama. I asked him what he meant. If he says I go with him, I can see her again, C said, his voice flat, emotionless. He says she misses me. I'm writing this while C is at preschool. I don't know what to do. I don't know if I should keep him home. I don't know if leaving the house even matters because this thing, whatever it is, seems to be tied to C, not just at home. I'm scared that whatever that tall boy is, he's trying to take my son from me. Has anyone else experienced anything like this? What do? I can't lose him too. I can't. Please, if anyone has any advice, I need it. The goosebumps. This motherfucker won't go away. Please help. Daddy. This man won't leave me.
How long ago was that posted?
This was posted 2 hours ago.
2 hours ago?
Outside the house. Maybe spend a week in a hotel and see what happens. Yeah, I would say to like leave the house. Because if it doesn't happen outside the house, maybe it's the house, you know. I'm so sorry to tell me, I would say that a normal therapist would definitely look at it as a mental illness. So maybe look into someone more spiritual like a witch. A witch? Witch! Witch hen is a witch's hen! Ah! This definitely seems serious even if I don't know what the hell it is or what advice to give you. Best of luck to you and your son, whatever happens. Wasn't there a movie similar to this where like she kept seeing her grandpa? And but it was because she was slowly dying. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Okay. Dude, I'm a trucker on a highway that doesn't exist finale. Dude, there's like 13 parts to this. Holy shit, bro, a whole novel up in here. What the fuck? What the fuck? I answered a knock on my friend's door last night, but the person outside was me. What? That's crazy. I'm trying to find one that's like interesting. That will get the chills to kill. Like one, I'm gonna stay awake. I'm gonna think about all of these tonight. I was an engineer in heaven. Now I'm a guest in purgatory. What the frick? Don't leave me. Don't leave me. No, don't leave me.
Sorry, my phone fell.
I was still in the mood.
My phone fell.
That's not the mood I want to be in.
Ew.
Oh. Guys, I don't think I can handle one more. Oh. What? My mother intentionally swapped bodies with my wife? What the fuck? What? What the? Oh, right, the one you submitted. You know what? We could read that. You know, we can end it in that one, you know. We could read yours, you know. We'll read yours while we're here. I I don't think I can handle anything else. Oops, wrong one. Okay. Okay, let's read yours, yeah? You guys don't have to see it, but you guys can, Okay. Where'd you send it? In regular chat? Main chat? Media stuff? Oh. Oh, I thought you had your own stories. Are these your own? Man and girl go out to drive under moonlight. They stop on a side of the road. He turned to his girl and say, "Baby, I love you very much." "What is it, honey?" "Our car is broken down. I think the engine is broken. I'll walk and get some more fuel." "Okay, I'll stay here." Oh, sorry. I'll redo this. Man and girl go out to drive under the moonlight. They stop on the side of the road. He turned to his girl and say, "Baby, I love you very much." "What is it, honey?" "Our car is broken down. I think our engine is broken. I'll walk and get some more fuel." "Okay, I'll stay here and look after our stereo. There have been news reports of stairs being stolen." "Good idea. Keep the doors locked no matter what. I love you, sweetie. I mean, sweaty." So the guy left to get the full for the car. After 2 hours, the girl say, "Where is my baby? He was supposed to be back by now." Then the girl hears scratching sound and voice say, "Let me in." The girl doesn't do it. Then after a while, she goes to sleep. The next morning, she wakes up, finds her boyfriend still not there. She goes out to check a man door hand hook car door. What? NSFW. Finally, I'm all alone. I say to myself, I sat in a room at midnight. "No, you're not," said the knife guy. Joke's on you. I'm into that shit. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. What the fuck? You know what? Those are some good stories to end off of, guys. Those are some good stories to end off of, I would say. Those are some good stories. Those are some good stories, all right. Thank God you guys didn't play any of the loud ones, guys. I think I would have genuinely like died. Oh, just the songs of the sounds were scaring me already. Oh. Oh, my God. What do you think he's packing? I don't know. Packing my fucking clothes, my boxes for me when we move. I'm kidding, I'm not moving. I gotta fix up my room now to make it look nice again. Or at least try to make it look more aesthetically pleasing. I want to get rid of some things so I can make it look nice and pleasing. And satisfactory to my liking. God. I can't do this, man. I can't do this. I don't know why. Why did I think scary stories would be easier? Like, I get so immersed, I forget. Like, if I'm already immersed in video games, of course I'm gonna be immersed in story. Literally, when I'm reading manga, I get immersed in the story, and then when I snap out of it, I'm like, wait, hold on. Wait, I'm in reality. Right, I'm not just some background character, like, seeing their lives unfold in front of me. I don't know why I get so immersed in things. I think I have a problem. This is why I'm insane, guys. This is why I'm in a padded room. I should get an insane model. I should have like a crazy model in a padded room. That'd be funny for me because it'd be reality. Remember to take the tall man with you. I'm gonna fucking gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill you. You little shit. You little shit. You fuck. Leave me alone. I'm already scared. Leave me alone. Also, I feel like, by the way, if I don't stream for a while, or I just go completely like offline and I feel depressed, it's because it's literally the week before my period starts. Women can't have it easy. Basically, we have the week of the period, and then after the period, we have the whole recovery, and then 2 weeks before the period starts, we have our whole depressive episodes, and that's me. I have 1 week where I fully feel fine and I'm perfectly normal, and then the rest is fucking crazy. I don't even know what the fuck my issue is. I was literally sitting there and I was like, dude, I'm not good enough. And I literally cried, and then I realized, oh my god, my period's gonna start soon, isn't it? Because I'm never that sad. Honestly, I'm pretty optimistic, you know, but that's how I know it's getting close, when I start getting and rethinking my decisions in life. Because I'm technically not a very regretful person, but when I start thinking about things and getting really deep into it, that's when I know, like, oh yes. Before, during, and after parties for a month straight. Yes! Every month. 12 months, a year, every year, until I don't know, I get menopause or something. Oh my god, it's awful. I fucking hate it, man. I hate it. It's so annoying. So there are days I'm just like really unmotivated and I just don't want to do anything, and I want to bed rot and I want to just be depressed, and I just want to. But needless to say, there will be a video I'm working on for my art channel. What else? I'm working on a big project for this month. As you know, it is Thanksgiving month here for Americans, and I want to be extra thankful this year. I don't know whether or not to post this project on this channel or my art channel, because I plan to be able to show people how thankful I am to everyone. But it is a project. I will have a template made whenever I can, hopefully sometime tomorrow, a simple template for you beautifuls to use to make your own beautiful. Because I feel like it'd be nice. If anything, I can make presets for you guys to use. I could put it in a Google Drive and just have you guys preset all of it onto your character. I want to include your own beautiful OC into the project. And, you know, if you end up not doing it, it's totally fine. Even the normal looking beautifuls are you. So, emera kaya. But yeah, that's what I have planned. I have to get this done before the end of this month, and I don't think I can, but I'm gonna try my hardest to, because I feel like it'd be nice. You already know my Blossom OC. Well, guess what? You're gonna make me a reference sheet now of your character. So, but thank you guys so much for coming. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, night, afternoon, for as time as you are. Next week, I know for sure that I have one stream dedicated for a collab stream. Nada La Piñata came out to me. If you don't remember Nada, I've made their model and I've collabed with them on a Phasmophobia stream before. So I will be collabing with Nada, and who else am I collabing with? Akagiri Andrade, as well as what was the other person? Starts with an L. I'm looking. Hold on. Hold on, guys. I'm looking at my messages. And Lilith Loves Ya. So we have Andrade and Lily Loves Ya. I'm collabing with them for a repo collab. I will be streaming my POV. You're welcome to as well watch their streams as well. Nada reached out to me, and I was very thankful because I suck at asking people for collabs because I'm too anxious and I'm too shy. And because I feel like the games I pick are stupid because the only game I will suggest is Valorant. So, how could you not remember? It's been a rough week. I can't even remember what I did yesterday besides work, okay? Every day morphs together when you work 10 hours a day every day besides one day because I get one day off, okay? Okay? I'm making moolah, alright? I'm making moolah. Anyways, I hope you guys have a wonderful day, night, afternoon, whatever time as you are. Remember, you're beautiful. Yeah, just watch out for that little announcement for your OC. I will let you know when there's a deadline as well, because of course I will need them in a specific time. Yeah. Bye bye. If you haven't already, please like this stream. It helps boost my channel out to the algorithm, shows YouTube that I'm an active streamer, says content creator, and pushes me out to other people's recommendation page where most of you guys have found me from and have stayed, surprisingly. We're close to 10k. I keep forgetting what I'm suggesting at 10k. I don't remember. Why would I meow in your fucking ear? I should just degrade you for a stream or something. This was fun for me. It was awful for me. It was something I already did, huh? What did I do? Anyways. Bye-bye. Have a wonderful weekend. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye. Goodbye. Oh, comment down below which scary story you liked best. Pretty sure 10k was feasible, but feet do it. No. I could have sworn 10k was it cosplay? How about for 10k, you guys suggest a cosplay for me to do for a stream? Like one cosplay, and I'll wear it the whole stream, and I'll play like games or something in that cosplay. I know 100k was like you guys like pick cosplays, but I feel like the 100k would be better if like we had multiple costumes for you guys to go through, and I'll just do one basic makeup to do the whole thing with. I like the birthday one because of Mel's reaction, huh? What? Huh? What? What are we talking about? Oh, oh. Oh. Oh, the stories. I was like, what the fuck are you on about? See, like, my memory's already bad. Thank God my memory's bad. I can finally go to sleep. Oh, by the way, talking about sleep, I had literally the best sleep last night. I literally woke up at like 5:40 in the morning, refreshed. Literally, I got up. I had like the best day ever. Like, this is literally the best Friday I've ever gotten in so long. I wasn't tired. I wasn't sleepy. My mood had been the greatest it's ever been. Oh my God. It's amazing what good sleep can do to you if I actually get it. Anyways, comment down below what scary story you like best, and peace out. Have a wonderful weekend. Bye bye. So do we vote for cosplay? I will let you know when we hit 10k. You guys will vote for one cosplay. You guys give suggestions. I don't know. Most liked reply, I guess. Well, fucking, I don't know. I'll probably do something like that. Most liked reply will be it. Yeah. Bye. Peace out.